Hello, in this video I'm going to discuss how to remove the front bumper from Chevy Malibu. It's a 2014, so it's one of the newer generations. It's fairly easy. If you have an electric ratchet, which I show in the video, it takes about 20 minutes probably to get it off, and probably just about as much to get it back on. I had to replace the front shutter because a friend of mine's daughter accidentally broke it, and apparently the shutter sensor might be tuned into a few other different things. So it's basically just unbolting a bunch of bolts. The level's fairly easy, and just about anybody can do it. You do have to crawl underneath the car a little inconvenient when it's on the ground. You might want to jack it up a little bit. That's what I did. Jacked up one corner, made it a lot easier to access some of the bolts underneath. So here you go. This will show you how to do it. And like I said, about 20 minutes. Okay, how to remove the front bumper of a 2014 Chevy Malibu. So start off, I'm gonna remove all the bolts up here at the top. They're all pretty much Torx, so I think the little plastic ones are a weird size. Then there's a few of the same size Torx in the wheel well. You peel this back. There's one that's from here into there. It's a 7mm hex head socket. Then at the bottom, there are a bunch of screws that you have to remove in order to get the front bit off. Whoops. So here's this one. There's one right under here. This is also a Torx, so that's this corner. There's this tray just behind the bumper. Here's the air dam in the front of the car. There's a bunch of Phillips head screws here. There's a bunch of 7mm hex heads that have to be removed. So there's one here, there's a third one that was here. There's going to be the same on the other side. So there's this plastic piece, and I don't know if I can get enough of a view right here. The Phillips head that connects it, I'm removing. This is going to come out with the front bumper. This is not. Now I was just noticing as I was doing this, putting this thing back together, there's some bolt holes here. Those will need to be removed. Now whoever took apart this car before me did not replace these. I'm not sure what size they are. They're probably going to be around a 10mm or so. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them all along the back side. So those just have to come out. Pretty easy, it looks like. Straight out, straight back in. They bolt into this. Otherwise this thing's going to flop around. I'll show you as well. Once you got these things all removed, you just peel this back. You go through and you do all the ones underneath I'm going to show you. And then you come up here and you start peeling back the front bumper. And voila, it's off. So again, there's 3 7mm hex bolts on the bottom here. There's 2, and then there's a third one that's right there. There is one Phillips head right here that connects this piece. There's another one on this side. You can see somebody else had ripped this. I didn't do it, I swear. That connects to here. Now what I'm going to be replacing is this front shutter right here that got damaged in a car accident. Now it's accessible. I can unplug this. I'm going to swap this out, and then I'm going to put it all back together. So it's fairly easy to do. If you use a tool like this, it takes maybe 20 minutes to get everything out, and probably about the same amount to get it back in. I used a impact for the Phillips heads that were here, over here, and then there's this one right here is a Phillips head. So fairly easy. So when I was underneath the car, I wasn't sure about these Phillips heads here, or not Phillips, hex heads. There's 3 of them. These hold on the front shutter. So the shutter is pretty easy to take out. Undid the wire harness here. There's a bunch of 7mm hex heads holding it on. You can see some of the damage from the car accident. And that's it. It just will come out, put the new part in, put all the screws back. Done. So I replace it, putting everything back together. Slaps on pretty good. One little trick for getting these right here. So I was reaching down, grabbing the part like this. I was able to pull it over, pull it, and then with my other hand I was able to tap this in. Once it snaps in, everything lines up pretty good. Now it's just screwing everything back in. And that's pretty much it. Remember to plug the shutter back in if that's what you're doing, but other than that, now it's just not forgetting to put some bolts back. So a quick note on these holes, there's 2 of them, and these are the bolts that go in them. There's one here, and then there's one here. The inside piece actually slides. So if you go back and you try to, there you go, and this isn't there anymore, grab a screwdriver and you can actually move this forward and backwards until you see it. Is that inside piece, and then screw into that. So that's pretty much it. It's a fairly simple job, easy to do. It's harder to keep track probably of the various bolts and what locations to go into. You could do that with some tubs, maybe take some pictures as you're doing the disassembly. Like I said, it's about 20 minutes, and then take off, about another 20 minutes to put back on. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Feel free to leave comments in the below, and I'll try to get back to them if there's any questions. If you want to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I have some other videos about photography and other car repair stuff if you're interested in checking those out, and also some horseback riding and I guess some car racing stuff. So I'm a mishmash of a channel. So again, thanks. I hope it helped, and good luck.